This is the Russian Dynamite, Masha Slamovich.
Becca here.
This is not America's sweetheart, Davian.
It's Billy Starks. And
the super fly guy, Trayvon Jordan.
This is the fly side flyer, Jalen Brandon.
Hardcore Princess, Jules Malone.
Hi there, this is the Bubblegum Princess, Alexis Nicole.
This is the Brazilian Wonder Woman, Christy James.
This is the baddest black belt, Chennai Kai.
This is Kid Bandit.
The smash hit Joel Bateman.
This is Robin Renegade.
Cody Hawk.
Brutal Bob Evans. And you are listening to Wrestling with Entertainment, one of my favorite podcasts in the whole wide world.
This is Alexis Friggin Lee here, and you're on with Wrestling with Entertainment.
Hello, and welcome to the show. It's Wrestling with Entertainment, the only audio experience on the web today, the trusted choice for interviewing all your favorite wrestlers every Tuesday and Wednesday for 3 years on YouTube and Castbox, sponsored by Rogue Energy and Player One Coffee. I'm, of course, your host, James J., and it is a great day for wrestling because we are wrestling with the Lion City Hit Girl, the Queen of Asia, Alexis Friggin Lee.
Woo! Thanks for the great introduction, man.
Absolutely.
Glad to be here.
When we have big guests, we have to go big, no?
Awesome. So, what do you want to start off with? Do you want me to plug myself in?
Yeah. What does the hit? Where could we see the Hit Girl hit next?
Well, I have a match upcoming in Singapore on the 24th of November. Then, I guess in January, I'm headed to Shenzhen for Middle Kingdom Wrestling. And I don't know, I'm planning Japan sometime in 2024.
Ooh.
So just follow me on my social medias. I guess that's where you can see me next.
And where can we find you on social media?
I'm on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, which is now known as X.
Yes.
So over on those, yeah, you can just search up on Alexis Lee. It should be one of the first few that comes up. But if you can't, so for Instagram is Alexis_frigging_Lee. For X, it is, I know it's all different names. And for X, it's Alexis Lee XY. And on Facebook, you can just search Alexis Lee. It should come out. If it doesn't, I'm suing someone.
And merchandise, where can we find merchandise?
For merchandise, I do put some up on my social medias as well. But most of the old t-shirt designs is up on Pro Wrestling Tees. So just search up prowrestlingtees.com and just look for Alexis Lee. It's somewhere in there.
And you don't have to go looking for it. Alexis doesn't have to sue anybody. All of the links will be in the description of the video below, but on YouTube and Castbox.
That's great, because I have no money to sue anyone.
Fun Alexis Lee so she can sue people.
Yes. Give me money so I can start suing people.
There we go. Alright, let's get into it. You work for Singapore Pro Wrestling. Can you tell us about your relationship with the company?
So it's a very long relationship with Singapore Pro Wrestling. I started back in 2013. I went to their first unofficial show because SPW was started in 2012. And I found out there was this unofficial show where they were like getting the word out that there's pro wrestling in Singapore out to the general public. I went to that show. I watched Andrew, a bunch of the other guys do their own thing, and I was like, damn, I don't have to go to America anymore to try out pro wrestling. I could do it back home in Singapore. And from then on, I just went for classes. And in 8 months' time, I made my first ever pro wrestling debut, which also was like a bit of a history making in the process because for the first ever real life SPW event, I debuted as the first female pro wrestler in Singapore. Yay! So since then, I've got the very great opportunity of being able to wrestled not just in Southeast Asia, but all around the world. The furthest I've wrestled, I think, is America. So yeah, that's an awesome 10 years.
Now, like you said, you are the first female wrestler from Singapore. You competed on the first ever pro wrestling event in Singapore. What does that kind of mean to you to be the first pro wrestler from Singapore in an industry like pro wrestling where there aren't many first anymore?
It's definitely something that I hold close to me. Because, yeah, as you said, it's not easy to be the first in anything anymore. I'm so happy I managed to get that title. But it kind of gets a bit lonely at the top as well. Because it's so hard to kind of like draw like more females to join pro wrestling. So it's always like me and the boys, me and the guys, just wrestling, and I'm trying to get more females interested. It's so hard, but at the same time, I'm grateful because of the lack of girls that I get a lot of international opponents. So I get to kind of like work my magic with a lot of the Japanese Joshi wrestlers, the Southeast Asian girls. I've wrestled like 95% of them already. So it's like I get new competition constantly, and I get to meet up with my old friends as well.
And like I said, you also competed on the very first show for in Singapore. So what does that kind of mean to you? Because not only do you have the title of being, the first female wrestler, but when we look back on the first events in Singapore, you're on that court as well. So what does that kind of mean to
Yeah,
you?
it's crazy. It's weird to see like how so many things have changed. Like the first show, I was just this skinny little girl that was so nervous. I mean, I'm still nervous now, but I've grown since then. And like, yeah, just to see, we were wrestling in front of, I think for that show, we had about 400 people. Then the growth of the company, the growth of the industry in Southeast Asia has led to the likes of Kenny Omega being in Singapore, that we've shared the ring with like Pete Dunne and Tajiri a couple of times as well. And the most recent, we had Yoshitatsu. So, I mean, we went from all these people that we've also known since like about a decade ago, like Ho Ho Lun. When he first wrestled here, when I first met him, he was just a Hong Kong wrestler. Then now he's been to WWE. He did 205. He did NXT, I think, and then he's now based with Dragon Gate. So like, not only do I see the growth in myself, I see the growth like with all these people that I kind of like started out the industry with. It's crazy to think that 10 years ago, like I just started this because of some high school bullying that kind of led me to choose pro wrestling. Then I took the steps to get to where I am now. It's just crazy to think that.
And where you currently are is the Queen of Asia. You are the Queen of Asia champion. You beat Riho and my Subraga. Um, could you tell us about that moment and that experience winning that championship?
That was such a nice thing to do, to finally win the the SPW Queen of Asia title that has deluded me for so long. That title is pretty much like my birthright, because without Alexis Lee in SPW, there really isn't really any female division
Right.
to really start off with. So to finally beat Riho and Mei Suruga, technically I beat Mei Suruga, not Riho. Sorry. But still, like, it feels so great to finally like get it, because it's like the treasure that I've been searching for so long, that was within grasp, and then someone just stole it away.
Right.
And finally I got it. It's like Damn. I went around the world. I went to Australia. I won the AEW Women's Championship. I went to America. I wrestled for Championship Wrestling Entertainment and I became the CWE Vixens Champion. And yet I can't get the damn title from my own promotion.
Right.
Like, wow, I've been doing all this and like, it's so weird. And then I finally got it. I'm like, huh, it's nice to finally be champion. I do love the extra weight. It's really nice to have the extra weight to show off with, to walk around with. And the best part was to share the ring with Mei Suruga and Riho. Like, they're both very talented people. Riho, I've known her for, I think, at least 8 to 9 years as well. So I also kind of like saw her growth and like her accomplishments. It's insane. It's insane that we managed to even get her in SPW these days, given that she's based with AEW.
Right.
So yeah, we're really, very fortunate.
When you win the championship and you're handed the belt, is that a moment that you take in that moment, or is it just something that kind of sets in afterwards? Like, wow, I did this.
I think the feeling of like of winning it actually just sets in after. I remember because like for that show, it was our anniversary show. So that was celebrating 10 years of SPW. And like it was a 2 days event, like winning it at the end with like celebrating with the rest of the roster. Like the whole SPW roster came out and we were all just celebrating. It's like that was only when the feeling set in that wow, this was 9 years in the making. That everything, all the highs, all the lows, all the traveling, everything finally led to this moment, to this anniversary show, and especially to me finally getting the Queen of Asia title out of Riho's grasp. So it just like finally dawned on me, like it was like this whole tiring process and it finally just paid off. It's crazy. Is that you have this breath of relief at the same time. It's amazing. Can't describe it anyway else.
Well, going side by side with your championship win, you actually were shooting a documentary while that process was going on, Side Hustle. Can you tell us about how that came about?
I guess I was shooting something then. So I don't. I've been just very fortunate that I've gotten all these opportunities with the medias and stuff. So actually for the last show as well, I got one covering it. I can't remember who. So with Side Hustles, they approached me. I think it was for our local TV as well. Honestly, I have such terrible memories. So, with all these media interviews, like for like documentaries and stuff, I honestly have no idea how they found me, but I guess it's from some other media company as well. So they just reached out to me on social media and asked if I was interested, and I was like, yeah, it's for the local TV. We ain't really big here in Singapore. We should get as much media as we can. So I'm just really fortunate to get all these different like people asking me and all that stuff. I think especially because they want to know like the struggles of like being in such a kind of like new industry, as well as doing something that is out of the ordinary, especially for like the common Singaporeans.
What does that kind of mean to you that, Singapore Pro Wrestling, it's not a WWE, on that level yet. So what does it kind of mean to you to get that coverage of yourself and your home promotion?
Honestly, I kind of prefer it if I got more interviews overseas. Because it's just like, I feel like I've been covered so many times that I want to give the opportunity to other people. but I just can't be like pushing on the opportunity to other people because their focus is on like a female pro wrestler, and that's like just me in Singapore. So it's like, I'm sorry guys, I'm trying to give you guys opportunities to share your stories too, but I'm so sorry, they want someone to share more. Like I actually at this moment I'm in talks with another local media company who wants to talk about female pro wrestling. So I can't show it to the guys.
Well, I
So
mean,
it's like
continue.
I'm so sorry for them because I really do want the other guys to get the opportunity as well.
Well,
Yeah.
I will say, we Wrestling with Entertainment is American based, so you are on the international level.
Yay!
Speaking of international, including being the Queen of Asia champion, you are also the CWE Vixen champion, a title which you've held for nearly 2,000 days.
Yes. Ah, I think I've had it since 2019 or is it 2018. Oh my gosh, that's
Yes.
like five years. I ain't going back, am I? It's gonna like die with me. Like I'm gonna like get buried with the title.
So you're the forever champion.
Yeah, I'm beating Roman Reigns.
Eat your heart
I'm
out,
beating
Roman.
everyone.
Well, in all of that time, you did defend it against Kylie Black, I believe, at the time.
Yeah, his so-called twin sister,
Yes.
with like a lot of fake air around it.
So what?
Yeah, the last defense was with her, Kylie Black. Yeah.
I believe that's your only defense as well.
Oh, I actually defended in Philippines as well.
Oh.
Where else have I defended? Yeah, I actually did it with World Underground Wrestling, but I guess they don't really update things because I don't know who's running like what. So
Okay.
I'm not too sure as well. But yeah, I actually defended it in Philippines, I think at least 2 or 3 times.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm real lucky because they brought me over so many times now.
Well, cage match has failed me on this time.
No worries. Like I guess it's on the wrestling cage page, is it? Like the cage match website, I guess.
Yeah.
Was it?
Cage match, it only says that there was 3 defenses, unfortunately.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that. I don't know who runs the site, but it's hard, I guess, with local wrestling like in Southeast Asia.
Right.
Cause it's all very like old news as well. But it doesn't matter. It's fine.
Well, what does it kind of mean to you to be that champion for that long of time?
I am very fortunate that I've gotten the opportunity to actually wrestle in Florida because I wasn't planning on that then. So I mean, with the opportunity, then to have the title handed to me, like that I'm gonna win it, and all this time I've actually been talking to a promoter like, hey, do you want me to drop it to someone else? And he's like, nah, I want you to continue holding it. I'm like, cool, I'm gonna try my best to defend it everywhere I can. So I've been trying to get it. I've been trying to defend my title, but yeah, it kind of sucks that because now I'm holding on to 2 titles. It's like people gotta choose, and usually they kind of want to choose the Queen of Asia title more because it's like it's Asia. I'm defending Asia as well.
Well, speaking of Asia, you walked the first women's match in Vietnam for Vietnam Pro Wrestling. What was that experience like? Because you did complete all of East Asia, having competed on every place that has wrestling.
Oh, that was fun. Like Vietnam was the last piece of that puzzle, and I think yeah we were the first female matches in Vietnam as well.
Hmm.
So I mean, and I got to wrestle someone who I've wrestled everywhere with. Crystal. Crystal, I've wrestled her I think at least 10 times. And yeah, like it's so nice and kind of fitting that we both completed the Southeast Asian like the countries that to wrestle in Southeast Asia like together in the first ever match in Vietnam's history. So it's like we both reached the same milestone as well, and to make that history together, it's just so nice. At the same time, we've gone a bit tired of each other. We're like, hi. Yeah, we see each other all the time, like throughout these years of wrestling. Think yeah, the craziest one was when we wrestled for like WWE, uh, the tryouts in China back in 2019, I think. So that was like crazy, like that we just did all these like kind of milestone moments with each other. It's real cool. It's real fun. Yeah. And I guess it just kind of like really makes it that our history, our legacy is kind of like big emphasized in, especially that we made all these milestones when so few others have managed to do so.
Was there a difference in wrestling style in Vietnam compared to Singapore?
I don't, nah, there's not really much difference, but the crowd is fun. They're still growing, and they actually, I think just a couple years back, they finally actually got their first ever ring
Right.
with the help of some of the other wrestlers based in America who were like, getting charities and donations to help out with VPW. So, I mean, to really see their growth from wrestling on mats to getting their first ring and getting all these sponsorship deals as well. Like they've got a beer sponsor, they've got like a t-shirt printing sponsor as well. So all this is like it's gonna just help them grow more. And yeah, it's so great to see their growth. We are very fortunate here in Singapore, where our fan base, especially in our economy, kind of allows like our fans to pay more so we can survive. Yeah. So it's just great to kind of see like how the other countries in Southeast Asia is, adapting and changing and growing especially. Because that's definitely not easy given like the country's financial level and stuff.
Right. Now you did have a tryout with WWE. What was that experience like? And now, right now, looking back on it, how do you look at it?
The tryout was something that I wasn't fully prepared for in a way. So the weirdest thing was that I keep hearing that I was going to the tryout, but you didn't want to bring your hopes up and like then plans change.
Right.
So I wasn't like, yeah, I was like waiting for the email that never came. Yeah. Then like others in the region in Southeast Asia, like Crystal and the rest were like telling me like, hey, like I'll see you in Shanghai, I'll see you in Shanghai. I was like, yeah, about that. Like, did you guys get any emails? And they're like, yeah, we did. And I was like, so I haven't gotten my email yet. And like my boss keeps saying I'm going, but I haven't gotten an email yet. Like, are you sure? So it was just like a lot of doubting and just trying not to get my hopes up. Then finally the email came and I was like, hell yeah, we're going to China and all that. And it is great because this was the first tryout in China, I think the second tryout in China. First ever that they did with the Southeast Asian wrestlers involved as well. So it was nice, like a little trip where I get to meet so many of my friends at once. And like it was so nice because I got to meet our friends from Hong Kong, friends from China, and the Southeast Asian ones. It was like a little gathering of everyone. So that was really nice. And to do this experience, it's like we keep pushing each other. We keep like giving each other like, you know, these comments, positive comments, obviously, because it's a tiring 4 days trip. But it was so nice to just do it together, and especially at the end with our own Singaporean who actually made it over in NXT, a little Dante Chen. So it's just really good to see like how well received he was, because I mean the other guys in Singapore who weren't there were like not fortunate enough to see like the glowing praises that he got during the tryouts. I'm just glad we got to see it all and experience it and do the tryout, because yeah, it's not an opportunity that presents itself often here,
Right.
especially that. Yeah. Yeah, so I don't know when maybe I might be able to make it to another tryouts. But in the meantime, I'm glad that I'm able to continue wrestling and growing my name at the same time. So hopefully it leads to somewhere.
Well, early on in your career, you came across Savanah Summers in Australia.
Yes.
One of the biggest names, one of the most well-respected names in Australian pro wrestling. So, what was the experience like wrestling her?
My wrestling mommy. She's my wrestling mommy. I like to call all of them my wrestling mommies. But she's the fun fact was that she's actually the first female pro wrestler I wrestled. So before that, I actually had just been wrestling guys. And yeah, so I was really grateful and thankful that my boss brought her in, and I got to wrestle her in Singapore and at her homeland as well. So we wrestle each other in both our home countries and also in Macau. It's so great because when I first found out I was wrestling her, I was like super nervous and all that. Because I'm such a greenhorn, and she's done Shimmer and all that.
Right.
So I was like, damn, I hope I did not disappoint her. But she's been great, like at that match and everything. Like she helped guide me through everything and make sure I was okay, make sure I was fine. And yeah, just being able to wrestle her from, I'm gonna say 10 years ago as well. Being able to wrestle her then and to meet her up in Australia when I last wrestled her. Like, it's just been this long journey of friendship. And now she's a mom. I'm so happy for her. My
Yeah.
wrestling mom's an actual mom now.
Shout out to Savanah Summers, a good friend of the show.
She's awesome.
She really is.
So awesome. Yeah, I'm so glad she got like everything that she wanted. She deserves so much more.
Oh yeah.
All the good things in the world. She deserves all the greatest thing in the world.
I can
Can't wait to go and find her. Yeah.
get her back in the ring.
That too. I give her time.
Oh yeah.
I'll bring the little baby into the ring.
2 generations. No.
Hell yeah. The adopted baby here.
You competing in Australia. What was the difference between kind of wrestling in Australia compared to Singapore?
I guess each country has its own kind of like wrestling culture,
Right.
but it's just nice. Like the fans. Uh, oh, Australia been quite a while. I think Australia, I just wrestled there. What, maybe 2017? I guess last. I can't remember. But yeah, it's really nice to be able to travel to a new country, to meet new fans, and the wrestlers are all very, very hospitable, very entertaining to me. And yeah, what was the best thing? Drinking at the show was the best shit ever. Oh, we were all drinking after the shows, but like it hits different when I'm overseas. I don't know why. Like we're all drinking beers and all that shit backstage. And it's like it's just I don't know. The fans are very friendly for sure. And like I just love meeting wrestling fans around the world, but to me I guess everyone's after a long while it all feels the same. Like it's the fans all the fans are somehow the best shit ever. That it just I guess because in Singapore we have so many international fans as well, that it doesn't feel that much different when I'm traveling.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, but the being able to meet these people and I mean, before I went there, I'm pretty sure none of them knew who the hell I was. So I'm glad that I got them to cheer for me, got them to spend money on me so I can start suing people. And yeah, and I made some very, very good friends as well from
Right.
all these trips to Australia. Yeah.
That's definitely one thing about pro wrestling is, it doesn't matter where you are, the fans are universally, fans of the product.
Yeah. Like it's also amazing.
Now, you mentioned drinking in Australia, but what are you eating in Australia?
Huh. Australia, what did I eat? I think it's a lot of Aussie food. Damn, it's been so long since I went to Australia. My last trip, I just recently came back from America, so all I had there mostly was seafood. Yeah. But in Australia, I went because I only wrestled in Perth, so my friends just bring me around. There was one place I remember, like one of my friend brought me. It was this really cool hidden ramen restaurant. So the front of the restaurant is actually like all these washing machines and stuff. Even the name of it is like it's a washing a laundry company. So I was like, dude, we're going to eat. Like, why you bring me to a laundry shop? And he's like, yeah, just follow me. Yeah, we had like one of the best ramens I had before I go to Japan. I think I'll have better ramen there. But it's one of the best ramens. It's amazing. I love it. Other than that, all I remember was McDonald's.
So,
You gotta eat McDonald's in every country, man.
okay, that's interesting. Where is the best McDonald's?
I'm still biased to say Singapore because I love the McSpicy. It's this chicken burger that like it's kind of like fried, and the chicken meat is actually spicy with like mayo sauce and lettuce and just a bun. It's spicy, it makes my eyes water, my nose run, and like we also have this curry sauce that is perfect for McNuggets and fries. That shit was so good, we almost rioted when it was out of stocks.
Oh, you
Yeah, you guys gotta come over to Singapore just for the curry sauce.
come to Singapore. We have great McDonald's.
Hell yeah!
Now you mentioned a trip to America. Um, Usually, when it comes to different countries, I like to know what are the food, the culture, and the food. But
Oh,
considering that you came from a different country to America, what was you eating
yep.
in America?
So this America trip was almost a month long. was like 26 days. We spent some time in LA where we had a lot of Asian food. So we were eating pho, we were eating like Chinese noodles. I think we had sushi too in LA. But we also went to IHOP and then I ordered food from Denny's. So I was like, I'm so hungry, I'm starving. Let me get some Uber Eats. So I had a Denny's as well. Oh, and my friend brought me to In-N-Out. That burger was so good. I
Oh, yeah.
love the double cheeseburger. Hell yeah, love it. Fries not so good, but the burger, solid, love it.
Yeah.
Then we went to Vegas, so we had some Mexican food, a lot of beer and margaritas because we were gambling, as you know, Asians do. And yeah, we also had Asian food. We went to a food court in Vegas and it was like insanely expensive. I don't know how you guys survive like with the food court prices because in our food court in Singapore, like I guess the most expensive dish would probably set you back like $12. But the cheapest could be from like $3 to $4 for a full meal, like just the dish itself. And like most stuff in America, it's like easily $12. And I'm like, how do you survive? Like it's insane. It's insane. I'm getting used to the tips culture there, which I still don't.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's crazy, man. You guys are oh wow.
Things have gone up drastically since 2020 in America.
Yikes! Like damn.
So McDonald's is basically $12 just to get McDonald's, at this point.
Yeah, it's crazy. Oh yeah, so a McSpicy meal in Singapore, it will set me back at most like $9. That's if I don't upsize it, but still, it's $9.
Yeah.
And I was like, I thought America was cheaper with like the fast food, and it's not really. But the burger at In-N-Out is so good. Oh, I miss it. I wish I had time to eat with it once more, but I did not. I'm filled with regrets.
It just gives you a reason to come back and maybe have a match or two here.
Yeah, it's just like In-N-Out. I'm there for In-N-Out.
But I don't want the payment. Just pay me an In-N-Out. Give me In-N-Out.
Just give me a lot of money to go to In-N-Out.
There you go.
Yeah, that's like an awesome shit to do. I don't know. What else did I eat? I ate a lot of food at Epcot. So, we spend a lot of money on theme parks. I went to both Universals in Orlando and in Hollywood. I went to all four parks in Disney World, which I spent too much money.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. And what else did I get? Yeah, so after like Vegas, we were in Seattle, where my partner's brother, who was based in America actually, he brought us around to Pike Market. So we saw a lot of seafood. We actually ate more seafood. Then we went on the cruise to Alaska, like a week-long cruise where we ate so much seafood. We had so many crab legs, we had so many prawns. I don't remember eating anything else other than that. Yeah, seafood is so good. Like I love it. It's so fresh. The crab legs. If people hasn't gone to like Alaska, they should. For crab legs. Yeah. It's so good, yeah. And we spend so much money. The crab legs are expensive.
That's anywhere. Crab
Like,
is
oof.
expensive everywhere. Sounds like you had an incredible trip here.
Yeah, we're still paying for it.
Now, during this time on vacation, are you thinking about pro wrestling? Are you having a reflection time on your pro wrestling, or is it just don't bother me with wrestling?
So this is actually like my first pro wrestling free event, like trip. It's been so long since I last traveled like an actual vacation without pro wrestling in mind. But I was gonna meet up some friends from pro wrestling side as well. So I met up with a couple friends here and there. But the most funny thing, I guess, was that my friend Eric from the Joshi Pod was like, "Hey, are you in LA still?" And I was like, "Yeah." Then do you want to go to a pro wrestling event? I was like, "Sure." So he actually brought me to West Coast, and I actually got to meet a lot of amazing wrestlers as well, and some old friends. Yeah. So yeah, it was like I went there. It was like an awesome event. It's a bit long, but I mean, who's complaining, man? Who's complaining when so many wrestling? It's like I how many hours was it? I think it was almost 5 hours of wrestling.
Wow.
I wasn't expecting it. I was like, wow, we started at what? I think about 4 or 5. Yeah, it's definitely more than 3 hours. I was like, damn, it's long. But damn, I got a good view too. So Danny Garcia was at the event as well. That's what I remember. And I got to meet some new friends, some old friends. Got introduced to a bunch of legends as well, I think, with that event. Let me think. For the event, we had Chigusa, Manami Toyota, and Takumi Aroha. Yeah, we had those three amazing Japanese wrestlers, and I got them, be introduced to them. It's like I'm grateful, I'm thankful. But at the same time, being in the event, I was like, I missed the ring. I wanted to jump in and just like take a few bumps. I was like, it's an addiction. But yeah, it's great to be like, to be able to go to a wrestling show for a very long time as a fan, not as a wrestler.
I can
And yeah,
imagine.
meet some amazing people. Yeah, it's weird and crazy. Pro wrestlers, I think pro wrestling in Southeast Asia, like when we travel or anything, we don't really go to shows as fans because we are mostly traveling for events.
Right.
Or we fill in like opportunities to wrestle. So it's weird, like not being able to wrestle at the show. I was like, when I was planning for this trip, I really wanted to wrestle until I heard the plans for the trip. I was like, okay, I'm kind of forced to be wrestle free at the same time. I was like, okay, that's not so bad as well. The trip was really good though. It's expensive, but it's good because we got to do some stuff that never tried before. We went whale watching. We took a helicopter ride to the glaciers in Alaska, and I got to heat up my theme parks. That's my main goal.
All right.
Yay!
Now,
Yeah, my priorities are very weird.
I'm not sure if you're aware of this, but you have a Wikipedia page.
Yeah, my partner found that funny too. So I didn't know that happened until like it was a very well documented page.
Have you read it, and how accurate is it?
The first thing that came to that page was that my birthday was kind of like wrong. It's off by a day. But it's not an issue. It's 25th July on the website, but it's for my actual birthday is on the 26th, so that was funny. Cause my ex-girlfriend and my partner like both asked me like about my birthday, cause they were doubting themselves for a moment. They were like, "I'm sure your birthday was this date, right?" But like your Wikipedia said it was another. I was like, I don't know. Why don't you tell me when's my birthday? I'll celebrate it like the whole freaking year if I have to.
So Wikipedia failed them.
I don't know who fit in, but I guess with time zones it's a bit hard as well. Because I don't actually say it, but like if you look at like the post when it's uploaded and stuff, I guess it's different for different time zones, perhaps.
Well, I mean, what does it mean to you to have a Wikipedia page?
It's great. Like someone actually took the time to actually make it. Like with the cage page, the cage match page as well. Like I don't expect it, but it's really nice that people have actually taken the time and effort to dig out this information about me to actually put it onto a page that makes me feel more famous than I am, because I'm not famous at all.
I highly
Yeah.
doubt that. I mean, you are the Queen of Asia.
Because Rio finally came back to Singapore. Yeah.
Well, I think it's time for that segment again. Alexis Lee's Bizarre Adventure. You're a pro wrestler that goes
Hell
up
yeah.
You're a pro wrestler that goes up and down the roads and weird, crazy, and bizarre things happen. Can you tell us a road story that fits that description?
I don't really travel too much in like road trips because Singapore is so tiny. So I do have some like overseas stories that's like quite crazy in a way. Like some fans do take things a bit out of proportion. So there was this fan I actually met. Let me guess in that I actually first met I guess in Hong Kong, but because I'm bad with faces and I've like kind of short-term memory, so I didn't really remember him that much. But when I wrestled in Taiwan, he actually came over to Taiwan to watch me wrestle as well.
Oh,
Then, but because it was like with some of my Hong Kong friends, the other wrestlers, I was like, yeah, like we're friends. Like we just talk as friends and everything, which I love to do so with everyone. But he kind of takes the cake. So I mentioned I was going to America, to Florida to wrestle, and he was like, "Ah, okay, that's cool, that's cool." Little did I know, like behind my back, he was actually talking to the promoter as well. And because I was like thinking that we are friends, like the promoter was asking me about him, I was like, "Yeah, he's cool, he's a friend." But I didn't know that he was telling the promoter that we were childhood friends. And I was thinking when I found out, I was like, childhood friends, like dude, I'm in Singapore, he's from Hong Kong, like how that's a very far place to be a childhood friends. It's very different countries to be childhood friends. Like it's far. I was like, that's crazy, but I didn't know that till like shit hit the fan. So he was he followed me to America. He followed me to Florida, and like I was staying at my friend's house and he literally followed me there.
wow.
He when he flew in like a week prior talking to my friend saying all this shit, and I didn't know all that, and he just like crashed at my friend's place and I was gonna crash at my friend's place. So I mean we were both crashing at my friend's place at the same time, and it made for the weirdest week ever because he was insane. Like he met in Taiwan actually. He actually met my then girlfriend. So I was like, yeah, like he's cool with everything. So during that week when we were like just chatting and being friendly, behind my back he was taking photos of me like without me knowing and sending it to my then girlfriend.
Okay.
And like yeah, I was like, dude, why? And he was like also in the morning he was singing Chinese songs, like those Chinese love songs. And I'm the only one who like understands Chinese. So I was like, cool. So these are declarations of love, I guess. And it turns out it was. He was trying to like be my boyfriend. I was like, what? Like, dude, you met my girlfriend. You are chatting with my girlfriend. Like, what the hell? So yeah, it was very uncomfortable at the end when I had to like let him down as gentle as I could, but he really pissed me off. And we are no longer talking to each other. Yay! But yeah, dude was weird.
Alright, well, at least that's a win at the end.
Yeah, it's crazy. Oh, also like when I was wrestling in Australia, yeah, it was fun. Like I got to share locker rooms with all these wrestlers as well. So my first match in Australia, I actually got to meet RVD because
Oh
I was
yeah.
wrestling Katie Forbes, and both of them were on the card. So it's really cool, like being able to like see their personal life a little bit in the middle of my professional life as a pro wrestler. And at the event, Rob Van Dam actually accidentally hit like the barricade and busted his forehead.
Ooh.
Yeah, that was ouch. And he had a match later on, so but dude was so cool. Like normally people would get pissed off, I guess. Like when you get busted in your forehead when you're not supposed to. I guess many people would be like dude, like scolding and everything, but like Rob Van Dam was so chill. He's like, it's fine, it happens. So it was really nice.
That's totally an RVD line.
Bang, yeah. And I would say the during intermission, outside area was very, very smoky. There was a nice smoky cloud right outside the venue, like during intermission. Not to say it's just him, probably. It's a lot of people, I guess.
Yeah, the RVD had nothing to do with that.
He had nothing. He busted his forehead, He had absolutely nothing to do with it.
Huh.
He was just being a legend at the show.
Exactly.
It's awesome.
Definitely a bizarre adventure to say the least.
Yeah, it's crazy. I love it. I love all these traveling shits.
Another
Like, it's so fun.
another crazy thing that happened is you actually have an action figure, and a quite accurate one, if I do say so myself.
With that, okay, yeah, I actually got two. So it's like made by fans and stuff. I'm not sure where I left the other one. I think it's at home. So I have both. So one was given to me by a fan in Thailand. Like I gotten some photos of it before I got the figure, but actually like yeah, like he went all out with it. Like he actually customized the box as well,
Yeah.
and even made like braided hair. Where they left it though? I can't find it. And yeah, it was insane. Like he did all these things, even including like a championship belt. I was like, damn, dude took so much effort. And the last one I got was actually when I wrestled in Vietnam. Like a fan just came up to me and was like, "Hey, so I made this for you," and was like, "It's with my updated like my outfit." I was like, "Wow!" But damn, those action figures make me look better than I am in real life. I definitely do not look that good in real life.
I mean, what does it mean to you to have an action figure and for somebody to actually take time out of their day to make something so accurate?
Yeah, they spend a lot of time and effort, and I'm like so grateful for it. It's not every wrestlers that kind of like get it, so I'm super super happy and honored that someone actually took this time, this effort to look through my photos to make it as accurate as possible to just do all this, and yet they could still like they could keep it for themselves, but no, they decided to share that part with me, like to give it to me, and that makes me feel like holy shit, like I've done something that I don't know how or why do people even give me that kind of things, because I don't feel like I deserve it at all. Like, oh my gosh, it's so good. Now, if someone can make me a teddy bear of me, I would really love it.
I think that's a great
But
segue into your love of
yeah,
stuffed animals.
I love teddy bears. But please do not get me too many, because I have too many stuffed animals at home. My mom is going to flip.
Is it a collection, or like are you looking for certain ones, or is it I like this one, I'm just going to buy it?
It's more of the last option. I like it. I gotta have it, especially if it's like really soft. I really love soft, fluffy ones because they're so good to hug with.
Oh yeah.
I have like I think over 20 bears, to be honest, and I can't fit them all into my bed because I don't have that much space on my bed.
Well, which one is your favorite?
Ooh, okay, because I'm in a separate room when my bears are not here, I can say it. So my favorite one is Tommy. His name is Tommy. He is actually a bear from the Tommy Hilfiger, I don't know, that brand.
Okay.
I don't know how my parents got it, but it's not like the very fancy, expensive one, but it's got a nice, cute little sweater with the Tommy logo as well. And he's a cute little black bear. I've had him since I guess I was in primary school.
Okay.
Yeah, but he's so cuddly. I love him so much. I have one big ass bear as well. I have one bear which is like I think about 120 cm long.
Wow.
It's a huge ass bear. It's just sitting in the corner because I can't have him on my bed. Yeah, but like Tom is my favorite. And my current partner actually got me like two so far, and after that, yeah, please don't buy me bears anymore because like, I know like I love bears, but my mom's like complaining about the amount of bears I bring home.
So
So my
people
partner has stopped giving me bears now. It
So-
sucks.
so the fans should not throw bears into the ring after your matches.
You can throw money. But if someone can actually make a bear with like the outfit that matches my gear, that would be perfect. That would be great. That'd be something that can sleep in my bed.
Alright. If anybody's listening that knows how to make bears look like people, then, you know, I think it's time for you to be called upon.
Hell yeah.
Now,
With a beer. Let it be holding a beer. Let the bear be holding a beer. Yes, that'd be the perfect bear.
there you go. Is there any significance to your skull face paint?
It actually started off as something I wanted to do for Halloween because I had that idea in mind for a while. After watching Gaga's Born This Way music video, I love Lady Gaga. I love her. And when the music came out, Born This Way spoke so close to me because I was like, I knew I was bisexual, but I couldn't, come out because I live in Asia.
Right.
So yeah, it was like, wow, that song is like such an anthem for gay LGBTQ community, and that's like my only way of expressing the way. At the same time, everyone's been asking me to bulk up because I'm like skinny, like a skeleton. That's what people keep making fun of me for being too skinny. I don't know why that's something that it should be made fun of. But yeah, that happened. And I decided to turn all these things like to kind of like smash it into one thing, and like the skeleton face paint just came about. And somehow it stuck. Like I really like putting it on, as tedious as the process is. And I just think that it makes me stand out more than other people. Plus, being skeleton is fun. I just call myself like half dead,
Right.
like how I am like 50% of the time. Like I'm just dead on the inside.
You have done different renditions of it, variations. One being like a Pennywise-esque one.
Oh yeah, that was for Australia. Yeah, that was fun. Yeah, so the Pennywise thing was kind of like a one-off thing where I was wrestling, I think in October in Australia. Then I was like, I'm gonna do something different, and I just decided on the Pennywise thing because I was like, I left a creepy smile, and then I had to figure out the best way to use my camera to block my human side of the face to take that photo, and I think it turned out pretty well.
It was definitely a very nice aesthetic, I would say.
Yeah,
Um,
really like all these things. I wish I have time to do all this stuff again.
and when you do the skull face paint, you've done, just the bottom half. You've done half the face split. You had some of the paint bleed over into the other side. Like, what makes you decide on what you're doing on a given night? Are you planning this? Is it just how you're feeling that night, or what?
Sometimes I have these ideas that come to my head, like what I should do, like just a little creative spur, and I just was like, cool, I have this opportunity when I'm wrestling. I was like, I feel like I should do that, and the next match I just do it, and it's really nice to see like ideas that kind of like form in your head appear in real life, where you slowly like fill in the blanks here and there. It's like, oh, it doesn't look half bad. That's pretty cool. That's quite fun. So that's how I do it. And so far it's like, cool.
Do you have any upcoming ideas for matches?
It's a dry spell. I need to buy more. I need to buy more face paints though. Like, yeah. Maybe I'll get a new color. They'll inspire something else. Face paints are pretty expensive here. I don't know if I can find the same brand that I use. Yeah, that's the hard part.
Well, can you tell us about your love of the margarita?
Hell yeah. I love tequila, I love salt. Margarita's the way to go. I don't know how else to explain it. I don't know why. Margaritas taste so good. And I'm like living in Singapore where it's summer all year round, so temperatures are always really hot. And then frozen margarita is the way to go.
Where is the
Like
best? How do you make the perfect margarita?
I go to a bar and I order it. That's the best one to do. Zero work on your end. Just pay for it.
Well,
I've never actually made my own margarita though.
Oh,
like,
really?
ironically enough. Yeah, I've just been ordering it from everywhere. Except making my own.
Well, that being said, where is the best margarita?
So far, my favorite is this place called Bikini Bar. It's in Sentosa. I used to work there, so I might be biased as well. But I do like it a lot. Like the frozen margarita, like views of the sea, seeing kids strip over the sand. That's fun. So fun. It's got good vibes. It's nice. I don't know why. I think it's like the appropriate level of tequila. And because it's frozen on a hot day, it's outdoors. The bar is outdoors. So on a hot day with like the view of the sea, of the sand and everything, it just fits in perfectly. So that's like one of my favorite places to get margaritas.
Now, could you tell us, is there any significance to your elephant tattoo?
Oh, that one. So my idea for the elephant tattoo was that I was going to get like 4 different elephants, like in different styles, to reflect kind of like how my family is. Because like a family of elephant, a herd of elephant, is said to have the strongest bonds. And I was like, I think I want that, like to represent like my bond with my family. To show like we are strong, at the same time everyone is uniquely different. Because I am like kind of like the black sheep of the family, given my choices and stuff. I'm the only one in my family with tattoos. So yeah, it was like I knew I wanted to get elephants for a while. And when I was in Thailand, which is kind of like the land of elephants, they have elephants a lot in a lot of the things.
Yeah.
I was like, I have time before I have to fly back to Singapore. I was like, do you think I could get an elephant tattoo? I was like, oh, and I managed to find a tattoo place near where I was staying that was like, yeah, they can do it, and I asked for the traditional way, so it was like hand poked on a 1 meter long stick.
Oh.
That was so painful. And this was like after I had my match like the day before, so I was covered in bruises. So it's like so weird that I was like laying down on a table with bruises around my body and like getting hand poked tattoo, and the tattoo artist was like, he saw all my bruises and was asking me like, are you okay? Because it don't look okay.
Yeah.
So that was quite cool.
How long did it take?
It's just 1 hour. It's not so long. It was
Okay.
not too bad. Yeah, just gotta like hold your breath when he's like tattooing. So whenever it's like in the skin, like ta 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 ta, I'm like holding my breath, controlling my pain, and yeah, it was quite cool. It was fun. It's nice that you get a traditional tattoo, like cause like these days it's just the gun. Yeah. So that was actually my second last tattoo that I've actually gotten. I've told myself that I'm probably not gonna get another tattoo in the foreseeable future, because the last one was like really meaningful to me. So I was like, I've kind of run out of reasons to get tattoos also. So I was like, yeah, let's just keep it like that.
Was it easier to do it the traditional way or the modern way?
Modern way for sure. Fast is efficient. I can get more shit in. With the hand poking, it's kind of thick. Yeah, because you can't really control it like the machine.
Right.
So you get all this unevenness, but that's kind of the beauty of it as well. Because it's not perfect. You have to embrace the imperfection. Yeah. It's nice. I'm happy because it's also permanently tattooed on my skin. But I gotta be happy, right?
Yeah. So no thoughts for a new tattoo.
Not for now. After the last one, I was like, yep, I don't think I'll get a new one. I mean, all my tattoos have meaning, so I don't see it. Like, I don't have any reason for now
Which
to get a new
one
one, so I was like,
what one holds the most meaning to you?
oof, it's hard. I guess the first one I got, which was on my left ribs in Korean. So that's like with the Korean words, be true to yourself. That's one of my favorite ones. I mean, that's the one that holds a lot of meaning to me. And I'll talk more about that tattoo first. So that Korean one, I got it also pretty last minute. Literally the day before I was going to fly back to Singapore. So I was doing my internship in Korea, and like I spent all this time being immersed in another culture, and at the same time I also spent a lot of alone time myself. So during my internship, it was 6 months. So it was 6 months away from my family, and I had a roommate, and then my roommate quit the company, so I didn't have a roommate for a while as well. But still, it's like I got all this time to figure out like how to be just myself without having to fake emotions, to fake certain part of my personality to fit someone else's. Like it's just an acceptance message too. So that was what the tattoo kind of like. It's a reminder to myself to just be true to myself, to not like change who I am just because society wants you to because like people need to accept me. Like they can accept me who the hell I am without me changing a single shit. Okay, not changing a single shit, but to change so much of myself that it feels fake, that I don't feel like myself anymore.
Right.
So that is like my reminder, and it's a big tattoo to me, man. It's the biggest tattoo I've had, and it's the first one on my ribs. Yeah. Oh, and also in Korea, I think back then especially, it was technically illegal to get a tattoo. Because tattoo artists, to be legally allowed to give tattoos in Korea, then you have to have a medical degree. No tattoo artist is going to go through medical school to just be a tattoo artist, you know?
Right.
So technically it was kind of underground-ish. But reputable tattoo studio. It's the weirdest thing. It's a reputable studio, but technically it's illegal. But,
I wasn't expecting that part of the story.
yeah, it's very interesting, you know. I like to get down and dirty like that. Yeah, I'm just kidding. I'm a law-abiding citizen.
Now,
So my other
okay, continue.
yeah, my other tattoo that like I hold very close and dear to me is the last one I gotten. So that's why I think like after that tattoo I didn't feel like I have any other reason to get another tattoo. So as we know during COVID it was like a really hard time for everyone. Especially like not being able to interact with your friends and stuff in like outdoors area, like socialize properly.
Right.
So there was a wrestler whom I actually met when I wrestled in Taiwan, and she is just this ball of happiness. She's this amazing human. Like in that, just from our interaction in our little like, I think I met up with her like for like 2 days, 3 days. Like just during those days of interaction, like I don't know, she just felt like a little sister to me. And I was like so proud of her accomplishments. So just to share her story, her name is Hana Kimura.
Oh, yeah.
So I managed, yeah, I saw her before she became such a big star in stardom. But yeah, so yeah, it was very messed up when like the news came in. I mean, before that, one of my friends was actually calling me like at 3 in the morning. I was asleep because I have work in the morning.
Right.
Even back then in COVID, I was working like odd jobs that allow me to get out of the house, so I don't lose my health. I don't lose my mind. And yeah, with that, like my friend was calling me. I was like I didn't pick up. Then when I woke up, I asked him like, "Hey, what's wrong and everything," and he told me like he saw Hannah's post on Twitter, and then I was asking another friend if like we've gotten any information because nothing was over on the internet. I messaged her on Instagram as well when I woke up, but obviously there was no reply. So that hit hard when the news actually came in. Like, I was really affected because she's just so happy and so full of life and just a wonderful human being that didn't deserve all the negativity that she's gotten. Like,
Right.
damn, like the amount of roller coaster I had that day, like emotions wise, was off the charts. And I was crying, I was in tears and everything. And yeah, I just want to be able to kind of like carry her positivity with me. So that's when I went to get the tattoo, which was flowers, which was her. Because her name means flowers. And yeah, I got a bunch of flowers tattooed on my ribs as well. So included her favorite flowers, her birth flower, and my birth flower. So it's like 4 kinds of flower, I think. I said 5. 4, yeah, 4 kinds of flowers.
That is absolutely beautiful. You know,
Yeah, I miss her. She's awesome.
I never, I didn't know her, but, it did hit hard because, it was such a tragedy.
Yeah.
That being said, do you have a good Hannah story that you could tell us?
I mean, I only know her for 2 days. But yeah, she's oh my gosh, she became such a big star after I met her. After I like last wrestled her and like she joined Stardom, she was mega and everything. So one of our local fans, who's actually one of our company sponsors, one of the sponsors for Singapore Pro Wrestling, he actually travels to Japan often as well. And he went to a Stardom show and saw and like queued for her line. And once he got a chance to, get her signature and everything, he did tell her like, "Hey, like I know Alexis," and like she freaking remembered who I was.
Wow.
Like she didn't have to because it's like she's wrestled so many people, but she remembers. I was like, shit, it's amazing. And she's so kind. Like I remember in Taiwan, we were walking past this row of shops, and there was a cat inside one of the shops. Like she just immediately squat down by the window and was like just playing with the cutie, like all cute and shit through the window. It's like, oh, that's so cute, it's so adorable. I have a photo of it somewhere. Yeah, she's adorable. Wish I had more time to know her. Like it just sucks, like everything. But I'm thankful that I had gotten a chance to meet her, to have gotten a glimpse of the positivity that she brings with her. So I'm grateful for that as well.
Well, speaking of pixels, you have a love of classic film cameras, correct?
I do, but honestly, I haven't touched it in so long. It's so much easier to take a photo with your iPhones now. But I do love it. It's so cool. You get a clickety button, you got to roll the film and everything. At the same time, I can't bear to use it because it's like I have limited number of films. But I do have two. I do have two 35mm film camera sitting in my house, not being touched at all. That shit's heavy.
So no plans to use them right now.
I think I want to. I would love to use it. I just need to plan like I guess a photo shoot opportunity. I want to bring it out to probably do like a shoot soon. Yeah, but it's tedious. You gotta bring the camera out, and then when you take the photos, it's like a one take, and you can't see to make sure that it's okay. It's just that you gotta trust the process. I could be looking like a damn like ghost from the ring in the photos, and I would have wasted money on that. So like I want things to be more perfect, because it's just one take, and you're not sure whether it comes out good until you run it by and you get it washed and you get photos and you're like, damn it, I look like shit.
I gotcha.
But yeah, I should probably plan a shoot soon.
Alright. I think that brings us to the colossal question. Let's say that they're making a movie about it. Every movie has a soundtrack. What would be the first three songs on the Alexis Lee movie soundtrack?
Definitely Lady Gaga. It should probably be Born This Way because I love it. But I mean, Hair is a really good theme song as well.
Okay.
Damn, that's hard. I love a lot of music. Like I love my playlist, honestly, my Spotify playlist is so international. I have French songs, I have Korean songs, I have English, Chinese, Cantonese.
Oh yeah.
I have some Russian songs, I don't know why. Tattoo is really good. Oh, I
Hell
do
yeah.
love Tattoo
Love
too.
Tattoo.
Damn. Yeah, damn. I guess I gotta go international on these songs too. But some international songs are really, really good. Like, I would probably want a Chinese song in there because I'm proud to be Chinese. And yeah, really, Gaga in Chinese songs, and I guess Metalinkers would be cool because I do love Edge a lot, and like that is a banging song.
That
That is straight up awesome. That's a very weird three songs to put on soundtrack though. On a single soundtrack. But yeah, it'll be pretty much summing up like Alexis Lee. The weird one.
it's it's definitely interesting, and I dig it to say the least.
Yay!
Alright,
A
now,
supporter, yay!
now that we have the soundtrack down, it's on to casting. Who plays Alexis?
Me.
And you can't say yourself because you are obligated to make a Stan Lee-esque cameo.
Damn. Okay, let me see. Who? I definitely need someone Asian because Asian pride. Lucy Liu would be badass because I love her a lot in Charlie's Angel. Like, I have a crush on her. Like, damn, she's hot. I think Lucy Liu would be badass. She kills it in Kill Bill and like Charlie's Angels. Like, yeah, that would be like perfect casting.
Okay.
And she's Asian. Like, give it to me.
Alright, now every movie has a supporting cast. Who would be 3 people in your movie and who would play them?
Them. Okay, definitely I need like my parents involved because they're like important to the whole like the villain story of Alexis Lee. Andrew for sure, Andrew Tang, my boss at SPW, because he's the first person to kind of like trust in me, who had to keep fighting for me to stay in pro wrestling in a way, because my parents were so against it. And I think lastly would probably be my partner that I would want like a supporting actor, like a supporting cast. My partner has been very supportive in my stupid decisions. It's very adulting of her. To cast them, damn, it's hard. I think for supporting cast member, like someone to play as my parents is like, I think my dad would be cool as Buckley. It's a local actor in Singapore and Malaysian circles. He's funny. He's hilarious. He kind of looks like my dad too, in my funny own way. And the other one, I guess, they'll play perfect as like my mom would be. I can't remember her name, but she plays as a teacher when I was like in my childhood. Let me Google her name real quick.
Yeah. You know, you Google
Chen Li Ping, yes. So Chen Li Ping is like this Singaporean actress. I like her a lot. She used to play this teacher in quite Ayoyo Lao Shi, which is like Ayoyo teacher. Like, I don't know, she's just cool. I think she kind of reminds me a bit of my mom. Like, especially her roles in local drama as well. I need Asian, I need Asian and supporting cast too.
Yeah.
For Mr. Andrew Tang. Andrew Tang. I think it would be cool to mix things up if The Rock could play it.
I think he would
It would be funny. I think it would be quite funny. Both are muscular as hell, except the height difference, but still. I think that'd be pretty cool.
Okay.
And for my partner, damn. I would love to have my partner in the movie, like, play herself, but she's a very introverted person. That she'll be like, no, like, I don't want any part of it, yada yada. So, Kristen Stewart will be cool. I know she's not Asian, but still, Kristen Stewart is cool. She She's so gay and I love it.
Okay.
Kristen Stewart, just because, damn, she's hot too. Yeah, my girlfriend's hot. Kristen Stewart's hot. It makes sense.
Alright. This is sounding like an awesome movie. And you can pre-order the tickets now.
Yep.
Alright.
When the movie will be shown, we have no idea.
The 7th of November.
Sounds about right?
Yes. Onto a controversial subject. Pineapple on pizza. What's your stance?
I like Hawaiian pizzas. Like, yes. Hawaiian is pretty nice. Don't hate me for it. It's sweet. I don't eat pineapple itself, but on the pizza, hell yeah.
Interesting. So you don't
It's
like
the weirdest thing. Yeah.
you don't like
Yeah, I don't eat pineapple
but
by
when it's on
itself.
pizza, it's okay.
Yeah, it's nice because the pineapple, I mean, the pizza is a bit dry. You have the sauce and everything, so that's not too dry. But then it's savory, right? So
Yeah.
the pineapple adds the nice, sweet, rounding texture to it, and it's nice. Like I like pulpy stuff. I don't know why. Like I love like orange juice with the pulp. I like ikura, and the Japanese sushi thingy, the fish roll, the salmon roll. It's nice when you get something poppy. And with pineapples, it's poppy and yeah, it's nice. Don't hate me. It's good. Try it.
What's your spirit Pokemon?
Unknown. Because it's weird.
Oh, the unknown.
Unknown is weird like me. Yeah.
This
This is the whole alphabet. It's cool.
I just remember seeing that when I was like 3, and my grandmother had to see it with me, and the unknown just freaked her the right out.
See, that's me. I freak people the hell out.
We love the late great Tracy Smothers on the show. Do you know the acronym for Thug? THUG.
THUG, dog. The acronym?
Yes.
Like, isn't it kind of like gangster? I don't know.
Well,
I know what thug means.
the acronym is T is for terrible, H is for hound, U is for ugly, and G is for jail. Because a Doug can't spell.
Wow. That's that's funny. I've never heard of that before. I thought it was like thug, like a gangster.
Yeah. Well, we love the late great Tracy Smothers on the show. We're trying to keep the memory alive.
May he rest in power, man.
Absolutely. Now, the weirdest question will be asked on a wrestling interview. Would you ever consider wrestling a rock? Not Dwayne Johnson, not the country, an actual physical rock.
I would probably hurt myself more, but that would be hella cool to do so. I would do it. Like, how often can you say you wrestled a rock? An actual rock. Not the rock, but a rock.
Yes.
That'd be so fun to confuse people with. I would do it.
Well, just for
I would
context,
totally do it.
there is this wrestler named Psycho Mike that wrestled an actual rock for over 15 minutes in a tungsten mat match. That's an Iron Man match that lasts for 2 weeks.
What?
Yes.
Wow.
He did,
Wow. Damn.
he did not win the match either. Yeah.
Poor fella.
Yeah.
So proud of him. He wrestled a rock.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
He's
People need
actually,
to wrestle like fake objects more.
he actually,
Those are fun matches, man. Yeah.
yes. It was actually his second time
Uh-huh.
wrestling The Rock. They had a rivalry going on. But on a
See, this
serious,
is why like America and Japan are so good. Because you guys have wrestling so often that you can actually build all these amazing weird storylines that don't have to make sense because the world doesn't make sense. And I want to do that shit too. I want to have meaningless storylines, rivalries made. It doesn't have to make sense.
well, in order to wrestle The Rock, you would actually have to go to Canada, because that's where the match took place.
What the hell?
Yeah.
And he got booked overseas for it? Damn.
Oh no, he was Canadian. A Canadian from Canada.
Oh, that's two. What the hell?
On a more serious note, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
5 years, wow, that's such a long time to be wrestling. Well, my goal for next year is to hit up new countries and like they have never wrestled in. So on that note, I am planning a trip to Korea with my partner because my partner wanted to go Korea and I do too. So I was hoping that I could get booked there as well during that short trip that we're going for. But definitely for next year, I'm planning to wrestle in Japan at least. Like, it's been a dream and
Right.
I've at least done America. I mean, it's just one match, but still,
Right.
America's at least like taped. So I'm hoping I get to do like a little Japanese excursion. So who knows where that might lead to? Cause I'm very thankful that I got opportunities to wrestle wrestlers from like TJPW and all that. So who knows? Maybe one of those companies might be interested in booking her or me over. Yeah. So that's definitely in the plans. I do hope maybe within the next 5 years I get to wrestle in Canada, in Mexico, and UK at least. I mean, that's the three countries that I really want to wrestle in. For now, at least, yeah. Yeah, I've done so much. I'm just that I'm thankful for, but not complaining. I'm thankful for all those. But yeah, I definitely would love to wrestle in Canada, Mexico, and Japan. Yeah, and UK. Yeah, 4 countries.
Alright. I definitely.
Other than that, I could retire. I guess. I hope not, but I guess I could if I needed to.
Well, I do definitely know some promoters in Canada.
Yay!
Now, what is a match people should go out of their way to see that best shows off what you are all about?
Ooh, one of my favorite matches is a tag team match between Nick and I, NYC. So the match took place in Singapore a couple years back after COVID was like, lifted, the bans were lifted and stuff. So that one, let me see. That match, who did I wrestle? I wrestled, gotta figure out the guy's names because I keep forgetting. I'm terrible. Okay, so for that one, it's Nick and me versus PAKSA and Terry Diesel. You can find the match on Singapore Pro Wrestling's YouTube page. I like that match a lot. I got murdered in that match. It was a very fun match. It was our first match back since COVID. Yeah, so we got our friends from Thailand over for that show. I was the only girl in a tag match with 3 other dudes. Fun. So fun, so funny. It's funny to me. I'm the only one. But yeah, that match impressed my girlfriend. So I think that people should really just go and watch it. Maybe you see what she's impressed by. Because I think like my matches are still like not too bad.
And I will go into I will find that match on the YouTube page you mentioned, and I will put a link to that match in the description of the video below, but on YouTube for Castbox, for anybody that hasn't seen it, wants to see it, wants to re-see it after this interview.
Hell yeah.
And since we are nearing the conclusion of this interview, we are wrestling with the 8 questions of doom.
Okay.
This is our speed round, our bonus round, the round where we see who you really are. Are you ready?
Okay, let's get ready. Let me pour me a glass of tequila. Nah, it's too early. Okay, let's go for it.
Excluding yourself, greatest wrestler of all time.
Sorry?
Excluding yourself, greatest wrestler of all time.
Mickey James.
Worst wrestler.
Damn, that's gonna hurt feelings. Someone in Southeast Asia that I wrestled with who appeared on AEW not too long ago as a backup kind of like extra. I can't say the name. She's still wrestling.
We will leave the names unnamed.
Mm-hmm.
You're main eventing WrestleMania for the World Championship. Who is your opponent?
Mickey James.
If you could
I
come
love
out,
her a lot.
if you could come out to anyone's entrance music, past or present, who would it be?
Edge.
Metal Angus, correct?
Oh yeah.
Finish the sentence. Kayfabe is
Alive.
we would have also
Half alive. Like me.
we would have also accepted taste great on toast.
Sorry?
We would have also accepted taste great on toast. It's just a joke.
What? Ah, I was thinking like, did I mishear something?
No, we're just weird. Squash, vegetable or fruit?
Squash is, to me, it's like vegetable. Damn it, now I want pumpkin soup.
Well, it is indeed a fruit.
Damn it!
Yes, it has seeds, tomato logic.
True.
But you are a part of Squash Squad, and that means a hell of a lot more. New Japan
Yeah,
wrestler.
now I want pumpkin soup.
New Japan wrestler Tai Chi. His ring gear gets smaller every year, usually morph himself to the world. My question: what is the appropriate trunks to butt cheek ratio for ring gear?
Half butt cheek shirt. Like halfway up.
So half and
So you
half.
get to see like the little line. Yeah, you get to see like the butt line. Not the butt cheek line, but like, you know, where the cheeks end.
Okay.
So you can show how hard you've squatted and stuff. How hard you've worked your glutes. Yeah, you're gonna show that booty line.
Okay. And the last question, the main event, the thing everybody wants to know. Have you ever had a conversation with a stranger in a supermarket about Darby Allin?
No. Nah. That'd be weird. To suddenly have Darby Allin's conversation come up. Nah, that wouldn't.
And that is the correct answer. And
I've had people compare me to him though.
yeah,
That's
I could understand that.
Yeah, I did too. I was like, damn it. Damn it, Darby. Took my thing.
that will conclude this interview. Thank you so much for coming on and doing this with me.
Thanks for getting me on it. Sorry the messages were like a little hidden on my social medias.
Oh, no worries.
But I'm glad I saw it. Yay.
Once again, where can we find all things Alexis Lee on social media?
Oh yeah. Links will be provided later on in the links. Yay.
And all of the links to all her social media will be in the description of the videos below, but on YouTube and Castbox. Simply go into the description, click the link, a new tab will appear on whatever device you are on. You have no excuse. Buy a damn shirt.
Yes. Buy a shirt so I can buy more margaritas.
And
Buy
so-
me a margarita and buy my shirt.
Yeah, and so she can sue people.
Yeah. So I can get more margaritas. It's a nice circle, you know?
Of course, thank you for listening. If you like what we're doing, please like, subscribe, comment. But on YouTube at Castbox. This is sponsored by World Energy and Player One Coffee. Thank you for joining us on our 3-year anniversary of our first ever interview. And continue listening to all our interviews every Tuesday and Wednesday. Follow the show at Wrestling with E, but on Twitter and Instagram for information on who we're interviewing, when we're interviewing, links to those interviews, and so much more. Follow me personally at JamesJ993. Alright, Alexis, when I say wrestling with, you say entertainment, okay?
Okay.
For our very special guest, Alexis Lee, Kaliko Yacht, Scooter Dust, I'm James J, and this has been Wrestling with
Entertainment! Woohoo!
Hey folks, this is the Colossal Mike Law, and you are listening to Wrestling with Entertainment. Enjoy the show, support these guys. We appreciate it very much. We'll see you at ringside.